And Pankaj, what a big day for not just the diaspora out there in the United States when it comes to Prime Minister's visit, the official state visit. Only the second Indian Prime Minister to be given that invitation of a state visit to the United States. He's been taking his official trips to the United States, but this time around it's a state visit. Now, people already know what is an official visit, what is a state visit. So much has already happened, from visuals of the Indian American community expressing their solidarity, celebrations, they're holding, unity marches, big placards with photograph of Joe Biden and the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, saying that these two leaders are the global phenomenon, the new duo that the entire world needs at this point in time. We're showcasing visuals of the Prime Minister planning for New York. He's embarking on this journey, and these were some of the first few visuals that came across today, Pankaj, early in the morning. People are absolutely excited. There are live blogs on internet of what the Prime Minister is doing right now. He just took a breath over here. What is he going to eat over his top? What is the plane, full of? All those things, those are the quirky tidbits that follow. But on paper, some crucial bilateral meetings with Joe Biden. These are tweets that the Prime Minister did put out for before leaving. He says, leaving for USA, where I will attend programs in New York City and Washington, D.C. These programs include Yoga Day celebrations at the United Nations headquarters, talks with the POTUS, Joe Biden, and address to the joint session of the Congress and more. And you know what? All the top papers, the front page, all anybody could talk about in any case is his visit. This is Prime Minister Modi's departure statement. That's running on your screens. The MEA, the Ministry of External Affairs, put out this departure statement, briefly after the plane took off. This special invitation is a reflection of the vigor and vitality of the partnership between our nations. This visit will be an opportunity to enrich the depth and diversity of our partnership. The initiative on critical and emerging technologies has widened collaboration to various sectors. And Pankaj, these various sectors are not just defense, it's also artificial intelligence, it's biotech sector, all of that is happening. And the Indian community over there, take a look at that, right in front of the White House with the flag. You can see the smiles. In Australia, I remember, Pankaj, you were telling us that you had friends in Australia, and during Prime Minister's recent trip to Australia is when you received those messages saying that the Prime Minister gives us a different sense of being. There's a different identity that Indians and the diaspora out there is actually proud of. What are you making of these pictures? Take a look at this. It's a proper fest ahead of Prime Minister's visit.
Right.
Absolutely, colorful pictures that are coming out of the United States, and it's going to be the same for the next 3 days as well.
Absolutely, Kabir. These visuals are just the beginning. These are in the anticipation of the arrival, and we can just imagine what the situation would be when Prime Minister Modi lands there in Washington, D.C. in a few hours from now. And obviously all these people, they are right now in Washington, D.C., but I'm sure they have come across from the lengths and breadths of United States only to meet and greet Prime Minister Modi, to have that glimpse of the popular mass leader that India has also, and the world also has seen after a very long time. For the Indian diaspora, obviously, Kabir, there are many reasons, several reasons why they should be a happy lot, because as you mentioned, in case of Australia, the separate identity, the separate being that is being associated with the word India is pretty much palpable. And likewise here in United States, which houses a huge number of, sizable number of Indian diaspora community in the state. They have so many reasons. I was initially speaking to some of my friends and relatives there, and I'm sure each one of us, every household has at least one connect to United States. What their opinion was, Kabir, is the fact that the kind of paperwork that was required earlier to stay on in the United States, the visa work, the PIOs, persons of Indian origin, to the green card possibilities, all those things have been eased down for quite a bit, and it has become more easier. It's not cumbersome anymore, and that's why the Indian community, apart from the fanfare that is there, they're also backing this
The
visit.
tricolor, Pankaj, all across the streets in the United States of America. It is a proper full-blown state visit. You wouldn't expect anything less either.